Joining me now is Candice Delong. She's a former FBI criminal profiler who's been following the case closely. Candice, thanks so much for coming on. This is the part that I don't get. It seems like a big jump to go from he murdered this woman and he was involved in a crime in LA that we don't have the specifics of to now he might be a serial killer. How did they make that jump?
Well, he's not a serial killer yet by FBI criteria. He would have to kill more. He may be doing that. But I think the FBI is not calling him that. The press is calling him that.
No, the authorities said the local authorities said they suspect he could be a serial killer. He might be a serial killer. That's a big statement to make. Do you think that they believe he might be involved in more crimes than the public knows about? Or is it something about that LA case, which we really don't know a lot of details about, and something about Rachel's killing that indicates that they want to give him that label?
Right. Well, really, technically, to be considered a serial killer, it would have to be 3 or 4 people. I think they're just saying that because they're worried. We know that he assaulted the young girl in Los Angeles, and we know that he murdered the woman in Maryland. Same DNA. And there's every reason to believe he will do it again. The more violent the offense, the greater the likelihood it will be repeated because the offender wants to do it.
Can you explain why we don't know who he is? We have this surveillance tape. There is one point of the video where you can almost see his face. It's been out for weeks now. I'm not sure I understand it. Do you think it's a question of no one can positively identify him? No one wants to come forward? And again, we don't know the circumstances of the LA case. It's very vague. Maybe whoever was involved, because that door closes by itself. Perhaps the victim there couldn't identify who this person was. Are you surprised that he hasn't been caught or identified?
I'm not surprised he hasn't been caught. But in terms of identification, it's not unusual for people to be fearful of coming forward. Look, hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people now have seen this video. Someone might know him and be terrified.
Yeah, and
so that's why they're not coming forward.
What about the fact that we don't know a lot of things about LA? Authorities haven't shed a lot of information out, that they haven't even shed about what exactly the cause of death is of Rachel Morin. We don't know exactly how she died. Why do you think they're being tight-lipped about it?
Well, when they eventually develop a suspect, this guy that you have the video of, they are going to be able to verify whether or not he is the one based on descriptions that he has of what he did. So they're holding their cards close to their chest, and that's a good thing to do.
And real quick, the dating apps, there's reporting that Rachel Morin might have been on dating apps before this. How do you think investigators are looking at that aspect of the case?
Well, what they're doing now is called a victimology. They're learning everything they possibly can about Rachel's life. And that would include any and all social media, contact, dating sites, that kind of thing. Dating sites and social media provide what I call happy hunting ground for sex offenders and serial killers. They can go through them and see who they like, who appeals to them. And a lot of them are skilled enough to know they can look at the background. Let's say somebody has a picture with friends on a hiking trail. Yeah. They can look at the background and figure out where it is, and therefore where the victim is.
Have to be careful what you post on social media or online. I'll tell you one thing, it's a good thing we're keeping this in the news because hopefully someone will see this and be able to provide a little bit more information to law enforcement. Candice Delong, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.